Have you ever wondered what it is like to be 100% deaf? Being 100% deaf means that you cannot hear anything. I don't know if you guys remember a commercial from a couple years ago that shows a referee being yelled by a football coach. Just yelling. The referee didn't flinch, he was just standing there with a blanking expression. That is a perfect example of what it is like to be 100% deaf. Without a technology device, you cannot hear anything. The loud noise does not scare you. As a deaf person gets older, they can read lips. It is a natural ability for them to, because they need to find ways to understand people. Sometimes in the background is like a deaf person will not be able to hear what a person is saying to them, but they can read their lips, which will help them to communicate with others in loud environment. There are three parts that make ear up: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Outer ear is the first part. This is the outer ear. It is a visible part of where you use it to hold your glasses or put your headphone and to listen to music. The outer ear gathers sound wave and guide them into the ear. It has three parts: pinna, ear canal, and eardrum. Pinna is a visible part which is on the outside of a person's head. The sounds and vibration assemble so a person can hear more sounds. Ear canal is a tube that encourages sound to travel inside a person's ear. The middle ear is the second part. There are three tiny bones in it, and they are called malleus, incus, and stapes. The function of these three tiny bones is to increase the sound to make it louder. The middle ear exchanges sounds from the air to liquid inside the inner ear. The inner is a third part. Fluid is loaded in the inner, and cochlea is its hearing organ. The vibrations are loaded by cochlea and change them into electrical sign for the nerve to send to the brain. Cochlea uses small hair that vibrate with the sound waves in the fluid. Now you learned the three parts. Now I'm going to explain what causes deafness. Genetics, infection, holes in the eardrum, with middle ear's bone, and fluid buildup behind the eardrum cause deafness. A loud noise can make you go deaf. The reason I am deaf is because of the loud noise. I wasn't born to be deaf. None of my family is deaf on my mom and my dad's side. My parents, my sister, and I moved to Utah from Switzerland when I was 8 months old. When I was born in Switzerland, the doctor said I'm 100% healthy. There's nothing wrong with me. We immigrated to Utah by airplane. By flying in airplane, my ear popped because of the high elevation that have less pressure. There is an unequal force between my outer and the middle ears and the inner ear area. The pressure outside my ears goes down before my ear are able to adjust, causing a pressure imbalance. The balance inside my ear becomes too high, which pop my ears. This is the main reason why I'm 100% deaf. There are 4 types of hearing loss, but I'll explain 2 types of them. Conductive hearing loss is where both of the ears' ability to manage sound into the inner ear are blocked. It can be caused by ear wax, ear infection, and fluid buildup. Sensory hearing loss is where both inner and outer ear cells are damaged. There is a hole in an eardrum. Eardrum is right here. There are options when a person finds out that they are deaf. The first option is that they can learn how to sign language. When my parents find out that I'm deaf, the doctor gave them 2 options, either to learn how to sign language or take a speech therapy to learn how to talk. So my parents choose the speech therapy. The pro of sign language is that it is one of the fastest growing language. You can communicate with other people who know how to sign. The con of sign language is that you would need to face-to-face in order to sign. The second option you can use is to use hearing aids. Hearing aids are attractive because they are lightweight. It will not work for people who are 100% deaf. The other option a deaf person could do is to use cochlear implant. Cochlear implant works for those who are 100% deaf. It increases deaf person hearing level, making it simpler for them to speak with their loved one. It helps them to be more aware of what's going on, such as fire alarm. I'm going to explain how cochlear implant works. This is what cochlear implant looks like. It is an electronic medical device that helps 100% deaf people to hear. The sound processes work behind the ear and get sounds and transform it into digital code. The digitally coded sound is exchanged by sound processor through the coil on the outside of your head to the implant. Digital coded sound is changed by the implant into electrical and impulses and send them along the electrode away, put them in the cochlea, which is in the inner ear. So I use the remote to control my sound setting. This is what the remote looks like. I have 4 settings on my remote. At the concert, people go to a quiet place so they can communicate with each other and be able to hear. I use my remote to change the sound setting to block this background noise and can hear the person close to me clear without having to move to a quiet place. This is the first setting. People plug their headphone into their phone to listen to music. Instead of using the headphone, I just there's a cable into my cochlear implant amp into the phone and use my remote to change the sound setting. This is the second setting. People simply put their phone onto their ears. Instead of doing that, I'll just have to change to their setting. This is telephone setting. I put on my ears too, but it blocks it now. I can only hear the person and just myself. 4 settings where I can hear everything. I use that a lot because it helps me a lot in basketball, school. In conclusion, I have covered the information about different parts of the ear involved in hearing and how that process works. I also cover information on ear parts that don't function properly in the hearing process to create deafness and how cochlear implant works to allow hearing. Now you should be able to have a better understanding of what it is like to be deaf.